Okay, so this is Quizlet, and what Quizlet allows you to do is create a set of cards to use for vocabulary, and also do review type games with those cards. And it's pretty much best used for vocabulary. Uh, it kind of got its start, I think, and its bigger uses for foreign language classes, but you can use it for any other class because you get to create your own set. So any vocabulary terms that you'd want to use, you can do that. And you can create and join classes, so you're allowed to link your whole class together, and they can create their own sets of note cards that everyone can use. And you can upgrade to different services in here. So as a teacher, you get to see class progress, which they get to take quizzes, and you can see how they do on the quizzes, and you get to add voice recording and image uploading, and there's no ads. So it's a little bit better, but I haven't bought the teacher mode yet. It's just kind of a little demo. Anyway, if you want to go to create a set, you can create it over anything. So we're going to do World War II terms. And then you just put a term down. So for harbor, to enter the war. And then you can do D-Day. And rations. Alright, so now that you've created this set, which you'd probably create a little bit bigger ones, but this is just a few quick ones, you can save it. Oh, oops, sorry, didn't select the language. Sorry about that. Alright, so once you select the language, you can save the set. And you can start here with flashcards. And it's just a way so you can click the and when you click on it, it will speak it for you, which is kind of nice. So you just click to flip over the card back and forth. You can go to the next term, so D-Day. It's just an electronic way to have the card set up, but then you can learn, and so this will ask you questions. So Allied invasion of Europe, put D-Day, and we got that right. So you can continue. Bombing that caused U.S. world enter the war. We're just going to put something different, so we're just going to put food. See, we got it wrong. So it shows you on the left over here your correct and incorrect and remaining questions. And then let's go ahead and answer rations. So and then you can see you got 2 correct. And then at the end it'll show you what you got. And so this one, if you had the teacher mode, you could, or the teacher version, you could see your class progress and you could see what people are doing well and what terms they're not getting. So you could see if you needed to go back and just re-explain things or reteach things. But then you could also, there's a test, and it creates test questions for you that you can go through and answer. And then you can see those. Just go ahead and put I'll put D-Day for that, and true. so you can see that, or incorrect ones. So I mean, it's just a quick way you can do tests, and once again with the teacher mode, you can see this, and then these games, which allow you just another little review thing. So you just match them up like this, and then you can see your time on it. And that's what I did it earlier, and I didn't really get what was going on, so I had a bad time. But you can play again and try to go faster, and then you can race. Which this one you're going to kill the words by typing in the corresponding. So just going to play this little game. And it just keeps going. So it's a good way to, it has little review games for you. But the best part about this is Quizlet has a iPhone app that the students can use on their own time. Okay, and this is the Quizlet iPhone app. So this is what your students could see once you create a group. And so you can go over here and look at your sets. And then you can look at your classes. I haven't entered a class, but if I was to set this up, I would have my students enter a class that I create, and then they can all be in one class together. And they can have their vocabulary terms up here, and then they could create some more from here if they wanted to. We're not going to do any of that. And then they could search and find classes, find study sets. But you can go on here and you can do the cards. It's Pearl Harbor, Bomb of the Cause. It's just a cool little way to do flashcards. And a fun way to do vocabulary. So you could have students create these cards, and it'd be very good for them, very user friendly. So it's just a good, easy way to do a vocabulary activity with your students. But then once again, they can do the match game, so they can match these up. So you can match those. And it's got a bunch of review games. I mean, again, if you had a longer list, it could be a little bit longer. But I mean, it's just a quick, easy way that you're putting a fun game in their hands that they could play, while they're at home or wherever. And it's not that challenging to make it customizable for your class. So I would put Quizlet into the adaptation or infusion level, depending on how you did it. I mean, if it was a student-made flashcard set, then it would definitely be more adaptation. If you made it, it'd be a little bit closer to adoption, but I think it could be infusion if you just presented them with the technology and then they chose to do it later on. So I think depending on how they're going to use it and depending on how you develop it, it would decide what level of TIM it would be on, but I definitely think it hits some higher levels of the TIM.